too loud for this video. You know, I didn't think we'd be doing this today, but here we are. Disney is just making announcements left, right, and center. Moana, The Journey of Water is open for cast member previews, and it looks fantastic. And today, they released new details for something brand new coming to Disneyland. Not just coming to Disneyland, but coming to New Orleans Square. Not just coming to New Orleans Square, but to the Haunted Mansion. I told you they were thinking of something. I told you something was gonna happen. Remember how this very last week I made a video talking about queues and their importance in the Disney parks, and how the Haunted Mansion queue at Walt Disney World is better than the Haunted Mansion queue at Disneyland because it's interactive, it's more highly detailed. Well, Disney watched my video, Disney agreed with me, and today they released news of a brand new queue coming to Disneyland's Haunted Mansion. And not just that, but also the most important part of a ride, the gift shop afterwards. Let's start with the queue. As of me recording this, 1 hour ago, Disney announced new Haunted Mansion grounds expansion retail shop coming to Disneyland Resort in 2024. So this is next year. I'm assuming to tie in with the launch, with the opening of Princess and the Frog, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. In it, Kelsey Lynch states that the stately grounds of the Haunted Mansion will expand with a spirited metamorphosis at the Disneyland Resort next year. In 2024, the additions will build on the story and lore of the Haunted Mansion and include an expanded outdoor queue to immerse guests in enhanced theming, as well as a new retail shop adjacent to the attraction's exit. So think of where Madame Leota's cart is nowadays. This is going to be an entire building. Local legends suggest the manor known today as the Haunted Mansion was first built by a prosperous sea captain. See? Come on! It's Captain Gore. It's a prosperous, or maybe, no, it couldn't be. To this day, the mansion staff faithfully maintains the happy haunting grounds. The expanded queue will tie into these stories and more, including new gardens inspired by Master Gracie, Madame Leota, and the One-Eyed Cat. There's an interesting lack of Lafitte there, but that's fine. Maybe it's gonna be a surprise just for me. So what you just saw was concept art for this new queue, and if you look at it, you can see that Disney's trying to keep with the idea that Walt had back when they were developing the mansion, that the Imagineers and Disney would take care of the outside of the mansion, making it look new, fresh, clean, to fit in with the rest of Disneyland, and they'd let the ghosts take care of the inside of the mansion, the dilapidated, scary, broken down, haunted house on the inside. And it's really weird because, like, the whole Hatbox Ghost thing going on in Florida, not really fitting the lore of the ride, and them sort of just kind of placing the animatronic down in the hallway, versus this of them building up the lore, enhancing what the mansion already is, and taking what Walt said into consideration and plussing it, as he would say. It's very weird. But hey, at least Disneyland's getting the better of the two upgrades. I'm so sorry, Orlando. Now, what's interesting to me, a question I still have is, will the new queue be interactive in any way? Because Disney states each of the gardens will feature unique elements ranging from a water fountain and gazebo to themed statuary and landscaping. In fact, guests will be able to see a new greenhouse where the groundskeepers for the Haunted Mansion grow their plants. And, of course, fear not, the pet cemetery and horse-drawn funeral hearse will continue to reside on the attraction's grounds. Don't worry about them, they're fine. The deal just gets better and better the more I read. But will this new Haunted Mansion queue be interactive in any way? I need to know. I need to see what's gonna happen. I think the greenhouse growing like poisonous plants would be really cool, but just having that shade. You see the plant-covered pavilion, you see the greenhouse. All of this is so much better than the metal switchbacks we have just sitting on the side of the mansion now. The front is so well themed, so immaculate, and the side, the extended standby queue, never really got the love that the front did, and now it's getting the same care. But that's not all. Disney also announced that Madame Leota will be expanding her business. That's right, it's no longer just Memento Mori at the Magic Kingdom. Now, she is going to take up residence in a carriage house near the Haunted Mansion, or at least her shop is, a brand new gift shop based off of Madame Leota. Not just a cart, this is a full building, and hopefully that means more Haunted Mansion merchandise, because I can never get enough of Haunted Mansion merchandise. I need more, I think. It's not enough. And I just want to take a second, just a quick moment to appreciate this concept art, because this just immediately brings to mind Sam McKim's concept painting for the exterior of the Haunted Mansion. Look, they look like they would be the same. They go together. Oh, I just love it so much. And that's not all. Even the grounds beyond the Haunted Mansion are beginning to metamorphosize as well in preparation for Princess Tiana's arrival. The area outside of the mansion, formerly the Fast Pass distribution area, and the extended queue slash fountain for the Haunted Mansion will be receiving a facelift as well to a more communal area with the bandstand facing the opposite way. It used to be facing the balcony of what is now Tiana's Palace. It is now going to be facing the mansion, and you'll have some wonderful brickwork tables, a couple of churro carts I'm expecting because they're there in the concept art and I love churros, and of course the Disneyland Railroad in the background. And they mentioned historic trees. Historic meaning big, shadeful trees with what appears to be Spanish moss. I am all in favor of these large, looming, mossy trees in New Orleans Square, especially near the mansion. This is just no notes here. Again, amazing, amazing use of space. Because, you know, they're redoing the standby line. Hopefully they'll have more capacity, which means they won't need to wrap the line around the fountain like they do these days when the line gets longer and longer. Instead, it'll all be contained within the gates of the mansion, giving guests the opportunity to do what I think is one of the most important things you can do at a Disney park. Not riding rides, not eating food, but just enjoying the space, being at Disneyland, relaxing, watching the Mark Twain go by. That is what Disneyland is about, and this is going to make that even easier. Bravo! Okay, now we're just gonna take a deep breath. You can probably guess as to whether or not I am a fan of these changes. Everything I see here, I didn't know that I wanted, but now that is announced, I realize was needed. Okay, like I said, the video last week, the importance of the queue, how it can help build the story outside of the attraction, that's exactly what this is. That's what it pertains to. Captain Gore, the One-Eyed Cat, Madame Liotta, all are getting little story pieces outside of the mansion, in addition to increasing capacity, in addition to making the rest of the queue look nice. It's genius. And Disney, thank you for watching my video. You probably drew all this up in a week after you watched it. I know how these things go. It's fine. You're welcome. But now I ask you, whether you're in Orlando receiving the Hatbox Ghost update or in Anaheim receiving the new queue, the expanded area outside of the mansion, and obviously the new gift shop, what are your thoughts on these specific changes to the Haunted Mansion? I said before the Haunted Mansion movie came out to keep an eye out for changes that will come to the attraction. I guess it's not inside the attraction. We're not getting the bat and the cage back, but we are getting a new queue and the Hatbox Ghost in Orlando. Things are happening. It might not be what we thought, but I said things would happen, and things happened. So, I mean, I gotta take credit for it, right? This is all me. This is all me, baby. Disney, please keep up all of the amazing work with Anaheim's Haunted Mansion. Okay, there's nothing but good things here. High praise to all of the people over at Imagineering who are behind this. You know what the Haunted Mansion's about. You know what Disneyland's about. I cannot stop gushing about this. It's so good! Construction on these new areas will begin in January of 2024, so next year, and also a nice little thing, they're adding a new elevator exit from the Haunted Mansion for guests who need extra help, disabilities, wheelchair access. And Disney leaves us, as I will leave you for this video, with something fun to consider. This dismaying observation, that is, the objects found in Liotta's garden will be inspired by her incantation. Take a look at this piece of art and see if you can find each and every one of the references to her incantation from her seance circle in the attraction. And until next time, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one, which will, I believe, be about a canceled Disney California Adventure update. Yes, or not really canceled, they just never moved forward with it. Thanks again. Goodbye.